Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel, Military Video Tech. The US will soon build a military base in Papua New Guinea to be closer to the South China Sea. The United States announced a new military agreement with Papua New Guinea, the most populous Pacific island country. The deal came shortly after US President Joe Biden announced plans to visit the small island country, the first US president ever to do so. However, continuing fraught budget negotiations in the US led Biden to cancel his plans on May 17. The details of the military agreement will be made public over the next few months, but US and Papua New Guinea government officials have said that the deal is focused on supporting Papua New Guinea's defense forces and increasing regional stability. China is not mentioned explicitly in the announcement of the deal, but we would be remiss in failing to note the connection. We are experts in U.S. security cooperation and recently published a book about U.S. overseas military deployments. In it, we discuss how U.S. commitments to weaker countries benefit the U.S. and how the broader geopolitical competition with China matters to U.S. military cooperation. Papua New Guinea is located on the eastern half of the island of New Guinea, about 90 miles north of Australia. It has a population of 10 million people and a military with approximately 3,000 active duty personnel. The United States' proposed 2023 military spending budget is over 8,400 times the island country's annual military spending. Papua New Guinea has a long history of colonization. The British government took over control of the southeast part of the overall island of New Guinea in the late 1800s, while Germany annexed the northern part. Today, Papua New Guinea remains strategically located. Anyone with military access to Papua New Guinea could easily reach Australia, a key U.S. ally, by air or sea, with no need for refueling. And the United States military support and training to Papua New Guinea itself could be a further way for the U.S. military to gain influence on the island and shift military policy to fall more in line with that of the U.S. What the U.S. gains from supporting a smaller country with a small military may not seem immediately obvious, but while Papua New Guinea is a small country, it is important from a geographical and diplomatic position, given its proximity to Indonesia, Australia, and the Solomon Islands. Indeed, the U.S. has security agreements and partnerships with dozens of countries, such as Colombia and Kenya, that have weaker militaries and less money than the U.S. We have long studied this question of who benefits when the U.S. partners with a smaller country and found that both countries benefit. When the U.S. gives military aid to another country, regardless of its wealth, that place generally tends to spend less on its own defense. The one exception to that is when the U.S. gives money to support militaries in countries that are part of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO. In that case, countries may respond to U.S. help with spending more on their militaries too, because of shared interests.